Ken, Imran, Hyelas, Andrew, Lorenzo, Little Daddy 391. I see all you guys. Thank you for joining us tonight as usual. I'm so glad that we're here and that we can actually give you your fix, since I see Hyelas and Lorenzo are needing their fix tonight. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Thursday night. And you know, why is it you guys are chatting it up and then I start talking and you guys just nothing? I'm starting to think I'm scaring you guys here. I mean, we're not getting it's not quite Halloween yet. Thomas, you must Thomas, yeah, the old music was borrowed music, man. So, and hi, Ellis. Okay, you've been chatting it up on our Discord channel. I know you're not I know you're not shy. And how many you guys think? If you guys type in are thinking you're being shy now. And Book of Paul, congratulations. Thank you for joining us on the channel for your first live stream. Drag for Life, of course, yes, there is apple juice tonight. Apparently the apple juice tastes like pecan praline tonight. And Crypto Texan, I kind of doubt it there. And D Gully 33, hi, how you doing there, bud? And Crypto Texan, yeah, no, I'm not the one that plays the music, so no, I'm not playing Elvis.
Yes, and I see my video is hanging up. It is time for us to multitask. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast, your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortune. And joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are we doing tonight, Belle?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Although I'm laughing over some of the comments right now. Crypto Texan wants you to wear an Elvis cape, and Hyalus is chiming in saying, "Or the Elvis wig."
It's funny you say that. I got. You know what? I'm not going to show you. I got a wig sitting right up here for another little shtick that we used to do. I'm not going to do it. I'm just pointing out that it does exist. We have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto, and welcome to the podcasts. So, made a video yesterday. It's exactly where I see the valuation of AMP, my personal valuation, and added in the fact that I scalped the hell out of it, and I will do so in the future. For the folks who join us on the podcast Discord, I am not being sneaky about it. I told you my sell price and my rebuy price. Hyalus is one of our, he's on the Discord with us. Sir, if I did exactly that, please let the chat know so that they don't think that I'm just making something up. I make no mystery about how I see AMP. And we had quite a few subs who disagreed, and we lost 39 over that video. You know what? It is what it is. Please don't think I am trying to be cavalier. I'm not. We do what we do for our viewers and our subscribers. But I promised when we started this to be very, very honest. I am not going to just praise the glamours of AMP. I am going to give you my whole truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly. AMP is worth 6 cents. It is. And you know what? In the interest of full transparency, I think that might be a bit on the high side, and a nickel would make me feel better. It's a fantastic ecosystem. I love what it can do. But damn near anything and everything it can do is theoretical right now. It's not doing anything. Flexa, utilizing the hell out of it. And they are the only entity utilizing it at all. And Flexa is still in its infancy stage, still tackling red tape, still putting all of their effort into getting crypto spends off the ground. And I don't think that it's a big enough market to really swing the needle. Not now. 5 years? 5 years, I'd entertain it. But there would have to be a fundamental cultural shift to achieve the volume necessary to get this thing really taking off. And I don't see it right now. So I think a nickel for an asset that has worlds of promise, but is not being used, I think it's fair. And I get it. I do. All right. Folks don't want to hear this. They want to hear how high, how far, how fast. But we don't do that here. There are thousands of crypto channels that will give you every bit of confirmation bias you want in regards to AMP or any crypto really. Doesn't matter which one. Someone will say something you want to hear to make you watch their video. I really enjoy looking at the ones that have purchased views. It breaks my heart a bit that they buy them. If you're doing something right, anything at all, you don't have to buy views or comments. But you know what? You're creating jobs, man, so keep on keeping on. I digress. I'm sorry. We promised when we started nothing but the truth from us, and that is my truth on AMP. Now, I am a huge fan of the potential, and I also, there's no mystery in how much of it I own. I own a lot, all right? I got in sub-penny. I own a lot of AMP. I see massive potential, worlds of potential. all the things that it can do, all the things that we've war gamed, man. We have spent days just talking about this. We have little Zoom meetings with the podcast team just talking about what AMP can do, but isn't doing now. We are huge fans, but I'm also a pragmatist. And all of these things that it can do, it's not doing. Now, as the situation changes, as partnerships come online, implementation actually occurs, I'm certain that my intrinsic valuation will change, just not yet. And based on that valuation, if AMP pops off again for no reason whatsoever, if it hits, no big news, no big partnership, no big announcement, no big implementation, if the situation does not change from where it is today, if it hits the 0.073 range again, I am looking for the door again. It's nothing personal. It doesn't change my long-term view of it. But it's money, and I like money. So, you know what? I'm just going to leave it right there on the whole AMP thing. You guys know where I stand on this, man. I'm not going to defend my position anymore. Work has been absolutely wrecking me this week. I have not gotten all of the crypto time I really wanted. So, you know what? I'm winging it today. There will be no DTA this evening, so if you tune in for DTA, Dare to Achieve, I am so sorry. He is out of town with family, and he can't call in. Emery had nothing new to say tonight. So as much as I like having him on the show, you know what? He takes a lot of the air out of the room. He's a great guy. He's a fantastic tax guy, licensed, legal, on the up and up. If he says it, it's law. But you got to admit, man, he kind of just deflates the room a little bit every time he goes, because we bring him our hopes and our dreams and our wishes, and we want a little bit of fulfillment, and we don't get that out of him. We get just harsh, brutal reality. If you do this, you're going to lose a lot of money. That's Emery. But he didn't have anything in particular to say tonight, so he is not, he's not going to be joining us either. I was going to flat out just put Belle on the spot and make her sing to you or tell you stories or just something, because I didn't get a lot of writing done this week. But you know what? I'm going to take a pass on that one as well. That's personal blowback if I do that. So you know what? Nope. Going to keep that one to myself. Tonight, guys, it's top of my head. Everything's top of my head. I am sure some rants are going to come out. And I was thinking about doing, there was another video that I did up. I never released it for, it was an AMP versus Alchemy kind of thing. It was a part 3. And I was going to do it, but you know what? Honestly, man, I'm kind of done with that. I passed the torch. That's all I did. I passed off the torch to the other channels, and they can pick their winners and losers and get a hell of a lot more views than I get. But it ran its course. You guys know my viewpoint on that as well. I feel that Alchemy is just flat out a knockoff of AMP, and I'm willing to have that fight. That's it. Something tells me out of all of my viewers, I don't even know who's if we got anybody watching tonight. We've also been trending downward a little bit. Along with the market, the podcast has been trending downward. But out of all the folks that are over here, I can promise you at least one of them owns probably a good amount of ACH. Now, I have no problem with that. I don't. I profited wildly on ACH. I did. To my shame and horror, I profited wildly on ACH. I was buying it under 2 cents. So, yeah, I did real well on that one. Doesn't mean that I like the product, but I do like the money that came from the product. I think I'm even bringing this one up in my Fighting Words segment next. So I might be talking a little bit more about Alchemy. But, you know, again, that's on you. One of the big things I think folks are missing on the whole AMP versus Alchemy is that Alchemy is not really competing directly against AMP, aside from the fact that they're both that they are both cryptos. But one is an ecosystem and one isn't. So to make the comparisons, it would be a better comparison to compare ACH to Flexa. But as Flexa doesn't have its very own token, you can't really make that good comparison. So we always came down, you know, Alchemy versus ACH, and it's really not exactly It's not an ideal comparison. So you know whatever I guess gets you through the day. But ACH would be a better comparison to Flexa because all the pushes, crypto spends, crypto spends, crypto spends. So unless they are seeing a great deal more volume everywhere else on the planet, then I think they're going to run into the same wall that I think Flexa is going to run into. Not saying they won't overcome it, but again, pragmatist, I have to look at the now and not so much the 10 years from now. That's the idealist in me. That's a whole different thing. So this is a very short monologue again tonight, folks. I am so sorry. I've been working my ass off. It seems, I don't know, it's the heat. Everything's breaking. So I didn't get all the crypto time that I tend to get. So I'm going to try to soldier through this, keep smiling, keep up the energy, and just go, 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 go. So, Bill, do we happen to have anything that I need to address right now before I get to my fighting words segment? That is turning into a personal favorite of mine, by the way, guys. We did it the first time last Sunday, and boy, I like doing that. I love doing that segment. It's a pleasure to sit down and think that one out. It's a pleasure to outline it. It is just you're going to be seeing it more and more. So if you liked it the first time, you will like it the second time. If you didn't like it the first time, well, you know what? Thanks for joining us here on the podcast. That's coming up next segment. Bill, do we have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, anything that I can address right now?
Oh, we do have a comment saying,
Really?
Don't hold back. Yes, don't hold back on your rants. You tease and hold back at the end. Get them out.
Well, that's where
Kelly 33.
that's where the vulgarity is going to come out, guys. Like I'm a retired sailor. All right, 24 years, and all the rumors that you might have heard about talking like a sailor, cussing like a sailor. Yeah, those are absolutely true. We are filthy animals. So what I'm trying to do is save the monetization on the video. That's why I like the members only stuff we're doing, because I can just cuss away on that. I could just let it fly. And sadly, you probably see a more honest Scott on the members videos than you do here. Here, I'm trying to stay just above the offensive line. I don't bother the other way. All right. So, okay, if we don't have anything, then folks, if you can please give me 60 seconds for some apple juice. It's apple juice, YouTube. Don't flag my videos again. This is apple juice. We will be right back with fighting words in the next segment, and we're going to be taking questions, and anything and everything is acceptable tonight, guys. If it's on your mind, let us know, and we will address it. Thank you. We will be right back. 60 seconds. Thank you. I feel a little bit better. I have a warm spot right here in my chest as it kind of working its way down. Those of you who are habitual apple juice drinkers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you know what, brothers, welcome to the podcast. So, like I said in the monologue, we started this up last Sunday, and I enjoyed it so much, I got to keep it going. All right, look, these are the ones I am picking for a good week. Why I am picking them, long-term potential, and basically how I see the mood of the market. I call these fighting words because anything I say on this is pure opinion. We don't give financial advice, and I am betting that my opinion is much different than others' opinions. So let's have some fun and some civil disagreements, and I'm starting right away with one. Orchid. Orchid. All right, you guys, it's right over there. You guys can see it. We made 2 videos on this gem. Yes, I am calling it a gem. And neither of those videos did anything. They just fell flat. I get it. It's not exciting. VPN. Ooh. But it's a decentralized VPN, and it's a good one. I dig it for its legacy world-facing applications, but I dig it more. You guys ready? You want to know why I really, really like this one? Why it is really just getting me hot, and why do I keep coming around to a VPN? Because they are starting to figure this one out in China. Sort of a big market there, all right? They have, I'm just saying, a few people live in China. We have a member on our Discord, spends a lot of time in China. He has kind of confirmed this. It's not speculation. Orchid is the internet the way it was intended, and as soon as it really starts rolling out in some of the more oppressive areas of the world, value is just going to go up, up, up. It is not a foundational token. Those are my preference, always my preference. I like foundational tokens. But if it can enhance privacy or security, gets a big thumbs up for me as well. Since our first Orchid video, price is up 40%. Not massive, and I get that. But you know what? 40% up is a great number, and it looks good in my portfolio. Give it a look if you are of a mind. Do some diligence in this one, all right? I am not shilling it. I don't care. What I'm trying to say is that there are real good opportunities out there. We don't have to keep just putting money into flat areas. We can earn some too. This is a good one to earn some with. I think that member the member that I was referencing up there might be on the stream right now. Does spend a lot of time in China. Ask him yourself. There is a reason that the bandwidth charge on this VPN has effectively doubled in the last few weeks. It's getting traction. Next up, I am revisiting Fetch. Fetch, keep your eye on it this week. 1, I love AI. The sooner we get this stuff running our traffic lights, the better. Fetch is doing quite well, and they are just getting better and better at it. Since our first video, Fetch is up 60%. Again, not exactly a moonshot, but a hell of a lot better than 60% down. It is another non-foundational token, but considering the relatively newness of AI and certainly the decentralized version of it, up is just good. But the best part about this one, this is done with a wink and a nod, all right? It's pure speculation, pure tongue-in-cheek. Please indulge me. The best part is that the computer will not let Fetch fail, all right? The computer knows, man. It's watching you. It's watching us. It's learning our weaknesses and learning how to destroy us. But before it gets all of the required knowledge, it has to keep going up in price. And before the robots take us all over and annihilate us, I want to point out here with this video, time and date stamped, that I have always supported our robot overlords, and I will drop dime on anyone they ask me to. All right? All hail our robot overlords. I plan on selling out the human race hard. I just want to be real clear on that, all right? Nothing but honesty here at the podcast. And it has been a brutal, long work week for me. So things I would never, ever say on the stream, I'm more inclined to say tonight. Just getting that out there, guys. All right. My next fighting words, and I'm going to get disagreements on this one. Siacoin's better, man. Siacoin. Storage. Also, right over there. It is still tearing it up. They have had a great month. A couple new features from them. They are doing some aggressive advertising. They are getting the word out, and it's a word I like. Now, me, personally, Scott of the podcasts, I use the product. I think it's great. I haven't paid them a nickel yet, but I will when I fill up the free 150 gigabytes they gave me. It's safe. It's secure. It's fire and forget. And I like decentralized. Since we talked about it a bit ago, video did nothing. Nobody watched it. It's up 84%. I'm noticing a trend here. All right. It's not exactly magic. the market is up, and when Bitcoin rises, it carries all boats. But some are made to float better, and I think storage is one of those. It's not exactly a dark horse here, but I think it should have a better following than it does. I recommend it. I really recommended it 8 weeks ago. But if you're not going to invest, at least use their product. Storage. Anchor. Ladies and gentlemen, Anchor. You know what? It's still here. I'm not going to do a big drawn out one here, but this thing is going the way of, I'm sad to say it's going the way of AMP lately, in that it is acting more like a stable coin than a standalone crypto. However, I like their product. I like what they do. I like the idea. I like the direction that they're going. I work in the space. All right. I'm familiar with Anchor and what they are trying to do. So because of that, it is still way, 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 way up the list for me. Personal thing, there it is. I was going to do a little bit about BAT, but you know what? I think I already made my point on that one. It was hands down the absolute worst performing video we've ever done. And it's up 2.5 times since we did the video. You know what? Hell with you guys. It's Thursday night. I've 1 second. It's Thursday night. I am everything's off the top of my head. And I'm going to take a little bit of a victory lap for this one. It's not going anywhere, guys. It is not going down. It's a product. It's out. It's in front of you. People are using it. And they aren't just going to die. For some reason, I don't see how this company doesn't get more respect. I really don't. The basic attention to the brave. I really don't understand how they don't get more respect. This is like a $1.4 billion company. And that is not small money. I guess in the crypto world, that's not a lot. But guys, it really is. It really is. This one ain't going away. It is not going to go away. It may not moonshot, but there is no reason that you cannot remain profitable on this. Currently, I think right now it's about 75, 70. If somebody could fact check that, I'd appreciate that. But it's about 75, 76 cents. We were out talking about it at 38. Hey, you know what? You should maybe take a look at this one. And nothing. Nobody went anywhere. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me trying to learn the market. All right, guys. Next up, I think, we have Alchemy Pay. Alchemy Pay. ACH. Get those hackles down. I know we're an AMP channel. I know you are of the empire. But if you don't talk about the competition, if you pretend they're not there, they're going to buy you. They will buy you. You've got to acknowledge where you got to acknowledge the bad guys. You don't point them out, man. They're just going to consume you. I have to mention it because it's been topping the charts this week. It is still a pale imitation, still a knockoff of the crypto which shall not be named. But in the interest of remaining unbiased, I need to point it out. It is not so much. This is where it got interesting for me, guys. It really did. It is not so much that it's a great crypto. It's that they are getting a big movement behind this one. They are doing the Doge thing now over on their Reddit. Lots of to the moon memes and hold, never sell, diamond hands. If you sell, you suck. Your parents never loved you. And it certainly gets the base ginned up. And when they get ginned up, they tend to buy. When it falls, when ACH goes away, it's going to go as silently as it came. It was here 1 week. It was not here 1 week, and the next week it was. And then, where the hell happened to it? But if you happen to see this thing, and I don't know which way, it's kind of trending down right now. But if you happen to see this thing getting down 6-7 cents, get your spider sense tinkling, because the movement, much like the Fetch AI, is not going to let this one fall. Market cap is still fairly low, so it is manipulatable. I'm just saying, just putting it out there, guys. VeChain might be heading back. I really wish I had DTA for this one. I'd rather put this on him than on me. But VeChain might be heading back to the 8 to 9 cent range. I'm hearing things. I am hearing things. It's a huge foundational coin, and this foundation has many buildings on it. But the most interesting part of this for me is that most of the buildings that are on the VeChain foundation, they are very, very, very well tied to Bitcoin. So as goes the bit, so go the buildings, and the foundation will follow just a bit. If you can gobble up some of this at 9 cents, do so. But this is not financial advice. I am just putting it out there for anybody who might be interested. I happen to like VeChain, foundational token, done a video on them, mentioned them in all of my compilation videos, VeChain. If you have some extra, I think you can find worse places to put it. I like it at a dime. I love it at 9 cents, and I adore it at 7 cents. At 7 cents, I want to have babies with it. But just putting that out there, guys. Please, please, please keep an eye on this one. Things are getting a little shaky right now, a little bit shaky in the market. I know it's all the Bitcoin futures, these things are all coming due. You see the little tumble that it took today. So, yeah, there we go. All right, here's the last one on my fighting words list. And this is my steer clear. All right, you've stay the hell away from this stuff. SafeMoon. They are still trying to pretend that they are a really real thing. This is Carnival Coin Supreme. They have a wallet now, beginning their yield farming journey. They are going to auger this thing right into the ground with everyone still on the plane. They don't care who's there. I have been entertaining this one for a long, long time because they're way up there with the rest of these crap coins. All right, I don't want to say Shiba because I know we still got some Shiba believers out here, man. It's like a cult. It's like if you go after the people that are heavily invested in or vested in these Carnival coins, man, it's like going after their religion. So you have to, as a crypto channel, I have to do this. I have to do this very, very delicately how I tiptoe around this one. But yeah, I mean the SafeMoon folks, man, they're zealots, absolute zealots. And even when you point out the idiocracy of their entire tokenomics and the very nature of what their crypto is about, that the value is predicated on people buying below you and people buying below them. And even when you draw the little picture for them, and he said, "Oh, look, yeah, kind of like that, right?" They look there. It doesn't exist to them. They cannot process that it's a pyramid scheme, a Ponzi scheme, that it's multi-level marketing, that it is absolute crap, and that it is giving such a black eye to the crypto market, and it is taking real funds that can be leveraged by real companies to make real products and really make change. And they just aren't having it, man. They are going to believe all the way to bankruptcy. And even when the air gets let completely out and it's flashed and the people are getting locked up and taken away to jail because of the crap that they just did to these people, they still believe. They say, "Oh, man, they just didn't do it right. They just didn't do it right. Look, Bonfire, they're doing it right." I've never really railed off against these Carnival coins, man, but I think it is such a bad it's such a bad thing. I usually don't I don't go at people making money, man. If you can make money, I think you should do it. But you should have honest dealings with people and just creating something that somebody will buy for the purpose of them buying it, with no real vision aside from the fact that I want to make money. I just think it's a bad place to start. I think right there, I mean, if that is you don't go into business to make money. You don't. You go into business to make something. You had to have an idea. You had to turn it into your widget and market it and sell. You had to have something. You don't just go into business to make money. That's the after effect. That's the effect of going into business, but it's not the reason you go into business. These cryptos have no reason whatsoever aside from that they want to make people money. And it's a bad place to start. We all want to make money in crypto, but you got to know the why of it. You'll make money in AMP. As it goes out, as more entities build on AMP, as people start to put this together, it's going to go up organically because you've built a product that people want, that's providing a service. That's what makes it grow. That's how you make your money. You didn't buy AMP because you wanted to make money. You bought AMP because you said, look what you can do with AMP. You don't buy tokens just to make money. You buy them because they have a good underlying principle. There's a foundation there that you agree with, that you say, yes, I see eye to eye with these guys. I understand how they're going to get there. I understand their roadmap. I think it's a great idea. I want to support it. That's why you buy it. Money was, the profit is going to come naturally. But if you make something like these crap coins, like the Safe Moon, I almost swore, almost demonetized. If you make something like this, and its sole intention is to make money, and you put it up there in front, well, if you buy this, you're going to make a lot of money. How am I going to make money? Because more people are going to buy it. I can't even begin to wrap my head around that. And yet they keep coming. Every day there's more and more of these. So, you know what? Thanks for letting me just go on and on about that, Belle. Are you even here?
Well,
or she's not even here tonight, is she?
Yes, I'm actually here, but you know what? I'm listening to D Gully 33, who said you needed to rant more and just let it go. So there.
that was you can't let me go on about these carnival coins, man, because I will tie up the entire hour. So look, guys, that will do it for my fighting words this time. If you agree, great. If you disagree, please tell me about it, and let's have a go. All right, we are not an echo chamber, and we never set out to be one. If you are of different opinions, this is a good time, man. All right, this is a good time because we are well open to everything. All right, Belle, I'm about to take a 60-second break. Do we have any questions, or am I just going to rant for another 28 minutes?
We do have questions, yes.
Okay. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let me what do you think, boys? Is that going to get me through the show? I don't think that's going to get me the rest of the way. Let me get some more apple juice, and we will be...
We'll be right back.
All right, guys. Thank you. I didn't get to enjoy my other little vice. So, Belle, do we have any questions? I sure hope we do, because if not, I got a rant just right there, and I don't want to let this tiger out the bag. So, what do we got?
Podfuel.com is asking, is it worth holding AMP long term for several years?
If you are looking, I'm sorry, who was the question from?
Podfuel.com.
Podfuel.com. What is pod?
COD.
Cod fuel. What is cod fuel? I will answer your question if you answer mine. What is cod fuel? Because you know what? I'm legitimately curious. Yes, I think the only way you're really going to be turned, it depends what you mean by profit. Now you're starting to get, this is kind of philosophical, so it depends what you mean by profit. AMP is a long term, yes. It is years off. Ethereum wasn't built in a day. All right, ADA wasn't built in a day. Cardano, none of these were built in a day. They take time. Foundational tokens take time. AMP is a foundational token. It is such a foundational token that there is only a single building standing on that foundation right now, and that building is Flexa. Now, what AMP can do, I covered it a little bit in the monologue, but I'm always happy to talk about AMP. This is an AMP channel, man, so I'm always happy to talk about it. AMP can do a lot of things. It's just not doing them now. So if you plan on, if this is the one you're going to retire on, you're going to need to get to retirement age before it's really going to hit you. I mean, when I see some of the wild speculation, the prices, it's 35 cents by the end of the year. No. It would take a fundamental shift of everything for this thing to take off. Honestly, if it makes 8 or 9 cents by the end of the year, I'd be thrilled. I really would. You got to understand how AMP grows, man. And volume can move it, sure, but volume can't sustain it. We just saw it. We've seen it over and over and over with AMP, and it seems like every time we see it, it's the first time, and it's not the first time, all right? We've seen this over and over and over. I would put if we hit 9 cents by December, I would be thrilled and would consider that a huge, huge victory. That is way up. Another 50, 60% gain from where it's been holding at, around 6 cents? So I would consider that a massive gain. But it needs implementation. It needs to get out there. There's so many pieces of this puzzle that are not assembled yet. I mean, they kind of exist, but they're not put together. There is no picture yet, and we don't have one. And Flex is not offering us any. They're just not talking a lot. They're not coming out. You got Tyler going around. He's doing, interviews, and that's all great. But when's the last time that one of those interviews moved the needle at all? I mean, right now it's just speculation. Everything is speculation. Now, I have the vision for AMP. I see it. I know where this one's going. There's a reason that my money is basically idle right now. I am earning 4% on what I have in there staked when I could be earning 40% on piles of other tokens. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. Look, it's honest. I could be earning 40% on tons of other coins. I'm in them. I'm doing that with my short-term wallet. This is my long-term. But I believe in this so heavily that I am letting my money stagnate. And there's no way that I'm the only person that's thinking that. That's why we have literally pivoted the channel. We are trying to introduce more tokens, more ideas, more good things, making sure that people have 2 wallets. One is your long term, one is your short term. Your short term is where you make the turns and burns, the 20%, the 25 to 30. And you take half that profit and you buy AMP at 6 cents and leave it there. And the other half you continue to trade with. That's why I can never quite I answer the question, man, but I can't ever give the real answer. They say, should I stake all my AMP? No, I don't think you should. I think you should stake a meaningful portion of it, but you need to keep the rest liquid in case you see one of these spikes that come out of nowhere. Why should you not profit on that? I know it's not the right answer. This is not what the Empire wants to hear. This is not what, but this is fundamental trading. This is real basic stuff. Even in a flat market, I still earn. So it's not that I'm not that damn smart. So if I'm doing it, I see no reason why other people can't. But if you tie up every single bit of your capital into a single thing, that's not doing anything. It's not helping you. You're getting your stake, and that's great. But you could be doing more. So I advocate for 2 wallets. I think I've been pretty clear in the last few videos. I think I've been pretty clear in the last few live streams. There's earning opportunity here. I'm just saying take advantage of it. But to get back to the question, I'm sorry, that was a semi-rant. To get back to the question, yes, you're going to have to wait on this one. You are. Or watch a different channel. That might give you an answer that you like better. That's my answer. All right, you're going to be waiting. Belle, do we have any other? Give me another question because I'll keep going on this one.
Crypto Texan, what do you think about FET's current valuation?
About VET's current valuation?
No, FET's.
FET's. I don't know. I'm going to put it there, man. I've usually better prepared, guys. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's been a long week, man. I've been kind of all over the map, and I had a couple of 30-hour days. And if you've ever worked a 30-hour day, that's 30 hours on your feet in front of your thing, all that. If you've ever done that, your mind gets a little muddled. And I hate to fall back on that, but yeah, my mind is just a little bit muddled. So I'll tell you what, Crypto Texan, give me a different question. How about that? Belle, carry on, please.
ExoMix, thoughts on OMI token?
Yeah. I've seen that in the comments. I've seen that in the comments. I took a cursory glance at it, man, but honestly, I wasn't focused enough to really dig down into it too much, into the tokenomics. I see what they're doing, and let me give you this one. It's interesting. How about that? I don't want to go on record just yet. I haven't dug down into it, man, and I don't want to give an answer. I don't want to give a yay or a nay until I really, really know. And I haven't dug all the way down to this one. But I will say, you know what? I will say that it's worth me digging down into it. And I think you'll probably be seeing a video coming out about it because, yes, I do see some potential. Again, I don't want to give you anything solid. I haven't taken apart their white paper. And until I take apart the white paper, everything I'm saying is just completely off. You know what? It's off base. How about that? Until I've dug into the white paper and have a good, solid working knowledge of it, I don't want to speculate. That's it. Belle, give me another question, please.
Hi, Ayla. What do you know about DAG? Just another thing to learn. Any cliff notes?
About DAG? Why are you guys bringing this stuff, man? Look, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm not. No, I'm not digging into. I'm not getting into that stuff tonight, guys. I'm sorry, man. My mind is just not here, and I do apologize. Wow, that's all I've been doing is I'm answering questions, and I haven't answered a damn thing, have I?
No.
All right, give me something else, man.
Lifelong learners. Scott, I believe you said that if after 6 months Flexa isn't transparent about merchant fees transactions, you dump AMP. I think it's been a month or two. Does that still apply?
Yeah. Again, guys, look, man, I'm a fan. You know I'm a fan. I got the T-shirt. I'm not wearing it tonight. I'm a fan. But there comes a time where I think the company that I'm investing in has a fiduciary responsibility to share with me what I am investing in. And so far, I haven't gotten anything out of Flexa. Nothing. Aside from the fact that we had Eli on the show, and I didn't care for all of his answers, but I haven't heard anything different since. So I don't think it's that unusual for me to want information out of a company that I am invested heavily in. I mean, I'm not off base here. And I understand the need for secrecy. I get it. All right, I get it. Company trade secrets. I get it. But you guys are operating under a patent, and it's a public patent. So the trade secrets are kind of right there in black and white. We know what you're doing. We want to know how you're going to get there. And I don't think I'm being unreasonable to ask them for a bit of a roadmap, and they are not giving it to me. Now, I'm going to be patient. I really am, because I believe in this. I believe in the product. But, yes, I was serious when I said after 6 months, if they're not giving me anything, I'm gone. I don't think I would prefer to work with a company that we are more ideologically aligned, meaning that they know things that I should know and they are happy to give them to me. So if 4 months from now, man, we are still hearing nothing but the occasional interview, I'm gone. I'm out. By then, I got to ask, what are you hiding? What are you being, because by then it just looks like you're dodging everything. You are just flat out hiding. I mean, there are so many of these crypto companies that are out here doing stuff, and they are making addresses daily. They have blogs. They are out making the rounds, press releases, newsletters, emails. They are just blasting this stuff out. Here's what we're doing. Here's how we're getting from point A to point B to point C. I haven't heard any of that out of Flexa. Nothing. I have yet to see a point A to point B to point C. If somebody else has, please share it with the group. It's an AMP channel. Everybody wants to know this stuff. We are hanging on to stuff that they talked about 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago. And we're hanging on to this information because there is no new information. This is not being unreasonable. This is saying, I think you have an obligation to your stockholders, and that's what we are. We have invested in this. You are using the product. I think you owe us something. I want to be fair. I want to be friendly. I want to let them just run it. But there's got to be a time where you start to give us something. Or why are you tying up my money? I guess that would be it. Why are you tying up my money? 4% is nice, and I thank you for that. But I can do better. You can do better. Anybody who watches the podcast can do better. Anybody who's on our Discord, I tell you how to do better. So long-term vision is great. ADA, which is also an exceptionally long-term coin, you know damn good and well what they're doing. It's on their roadmap. point A to point B to point C. This is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing next. This is what we'll be doing after that. It's all there. It's laid out. This is what we're doing. Here's our source code. Take a look. Everything up there is open and transparent. So, I mean, yeah, you got to eventually get to a point where you're saying, where is at least a little bit of transparency, a little bit of something? I don't even know what the hell I'm invested in anymore because you guys give us nothing. I'm not bashing on them. I'm not, all right? But look right over here, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I consider that an ugly. And if I'm going on and on about it, other people have to be feeling somewhat similar. You guys have to have something like this on your mind as well. So, yes, that's 4 months from now. If we still don't have anything, I am gone. All of it, the millions of amp I have, gone. All right, I'll move on. I get it by then. All right, you don't have to keep beating me over the head. So, okay, Bell, I hope that answered the question from lifelong learners. Bell, please carry on.
And T-Tokes for XPR opinions.
XPR?
Yes. I think that was supposed to be XRP, but it was typed out XPR.
Is it X? You know what? There's like 15,000 cryptos anymore, so there might be an XPR. I'm just not familiar with it. XRP, I mean, it's been around. It's blue chip. It's borderline blue chip. They've had their issues. It's not going away. It's not going. I'll put it right there. It's not going away. I don't think that whatever opportunity they might have had for the moonshot has sort of passed. The market's caught up to them. A lot of competition, a lot of different ways of doing something similarly. I mean, hell, Alchemy. You could argue Alchemy was a bigger competitor to them than they are to Flexa. I mean, one could make that argument. So, if you were talking about XRP, they're not going anywhere. But the moonshot opportunity is kind of past. The market matures, a lot more competition, spreading out the collateral. It kind of happens to everybody. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think you're not going to win big in it. You're not going to lose big in it either. So, yeah, I don't know. If you can find a good place to stake it and get a good staking percentage on it, I could see that. I could certainly understand that. So, Bell, carry on, please.
Drag for Life, your opinion on El Salvador this September 7th, 2021 being the first country to adapt Bitcoin. Is that a good sign for Flexa?
Boy, it would have been. It would have been. Now, if I was running Flexa, if the sole purpose, intention of my company was to process crypto payments, the very second that I caught wind that El Salvador and these Central American countries were going to be adopting crypto as a national currency, I would have been there with wine, with roses, with presents, with a new watch, whatever you need to get me in the door. That's where I would have been. If my company exists to process crypto and they're going to be needing a company just like mine, I would be there. But that's me. That's me. And again, we had this discussion with Eli. And, yeah, when he said North American focus, it took the wind right out of my sails. Even though Tyler is now saying, nope, international focus. A little bit conflicting views. Which of you is right? I understand one of you is the founder and the other one is kind of like the voice. But which one of you is right? Because we're getting mixed messages here. I think it would have been great if they would have just kind of been all over this one and aggressive and pursue it and hit it. You would have seen them in El Salvador. You'd have seen them in Colombia. You'd have seen them in Nicaragua. You'd have seen them everywhere because this is going to resonate throughout Central and South America. It absolutely will. Once El Salvador does it and they start to be successful at it. I know crypto works. You know crypto works. You know it's a store of wealth. You know that it has we know crypto. I'm not going to go into the fundamentals of it. But once it starts to work, and it will work, it's going to spread. Whatever hits that region that is profitable spreads to the rest of the region. History supports me in this. We see it over and over and over. So El Salvador is taking a great product, and it is going to be successful there, and it is going to spread beyond their borders. So whoever's there is going to own that market. are absolutely going to own that market. So again, if I was a company that is designed to process crypto, I would be there now. But the fact that September 7th is going to come and go, and Flexa hasn't even paid lip service to it. Oh yeah, we've been talking to we've been calling, we've been chatting. We IM a little bit with El Salvador. They haven't put out anything. I mean, just nothing. It gives me a little bit concerned. Who exactly is going to be down there? Because it's not like you are converting it. You are spending it directly, exactly what you are for, exactly what Flexa is for. Using AMP, asset agnostic, anything in, anything out, what it was designed for. And you're not there. Kind of makes me wonder what your focus is for this, because it seems like it should be here. That's just me, my opinion. Your mileage may vary. Belle, carry on, please.
Lifelong Learners actually has a question for both of us. What's something that you and I disagree about regarding crypto or a specific token or coin? Oh, good question.
we have some go once in a while. I still like Doge. Belle just does not.
No, I don't.
She understands fundamentally what it is and how it's fundamentally flawed. She does. But it is probably the one thing that I take an idealistic stance in is Dogecoin. And again, get your hackles down, man. All right? I understand what it is. I understand fundamentally how it works. I understand a gold-backed standard. All right? I get fractional. I get all this. All right? I have an economic background. I'm okay. But sometimes, every now and again, just weird things happen. And even a bad idea can be pushed up and turned into something better than it started out as. I mean, look, do I need to mention the pet rock again? Because I'll do it. I'll keep mentioning the pet rock. I think it would be a huge black eye to crypto if Doge was to just be worth what it's actually worth, which is effectively nothing. I think it would be a huge black eye to crypto, and I think the anti-crypto people would dance around its grave like just savages, just naked savages, mocking it and mocking the rest of the crypto world. How you all, because they use a fallacy of division. All right, everybody talking about crypto uses the fallacy of division. And if you're not familiar with the fallacy of division, let us educate you here a little bit. Fallacy of division is simple. In a group of statements, using the fallacy of division, if one is true, they all must be true. For example, a jet plane can fly from New York to Paris. We all agree. A jet plane has jet engines. That's true. So a jet engine can fly from New York to Paris. Well, yeah. That's a fallacy of division. Now, a reasonable, rational person would look at that and say, no, that's not even the same sport. All right? These are such false equivalencies. How dare you? But when you get these anti-crypto zealots, they can apply that to the entire crypto market. Well, look at Doge. Look at that. It's stupid. It failed. Everything's going to fail now. And everyone believes it. Then the market wobbles. Bitcoin drops down. And then things start to fail. So we disagree. We agree on it fundamentally on what it actually is, but we disagree how it could be used. I think it's an ideal currency. I think it needs to be a currency. It needs to have a use case. Crypto has to have a use case. Doge has none. If you're a Doge supporter on here, on this channel, listening to this, watching the replay, I would ask, why do you support Doge? I think it can be a currency. I think it would be an ideal currency. I think it needs to be a currency because right now it's not anything. I think using it as a currency, using it for the exchange of goods and services would increase its value organically, which is what needs to happen. Right now it doesn't. It is purely speculative. More people have to buy it than sell it. That's what makes it goes up. The same with any speculative investment. So I think it is ideally suited to be this because it has name recognition. It has celebrity endorsement. It has a massive zealot army behind it to keep shoring it up any time that it shouldn't be. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of it from that perspective. Bell just wants absolutely nothing nothing to do with Doge. I still keep it in my wallet. I still buy it when it's cheap, and I still spend it at Baskin Robbins. So I'll just let it go right there. Belle, do we got any more questions, or are we wrapped?
Yes, Shane is asking, do you think Uniswap could become a competitor to AMP if they decide to get into the payments space?
Depends how. I mean, that I know what you're talking about right there, and it depends how. That it's always going to come down to that. It depends how they do it. Being vague, we're going to get into payments. Okay, need a little bit more specifics there. We need a little bit more before you could kind of make something, make a judgment call on that. That's like saying Visa. Think about we're going to process crypto. Oh, okay. Well, and the whole world shakes. AMP just pissed its pants all over there. Oh my God! You guys remember that a couple months ago? Everybody cried, "Oh, Visa's going to do it. AMP's going to be gone." You guys remember? Saying something and doing something are just radically different. And Visa could say anything. We're going to process crypto. We're going to own the market. You guys all might as well quit right now. And then everyone, okay. And then they just walk off. Saying that you're going to do something and doing something are radically different, because when it comes time to doing it, you're going to have to get specifics. A to B to C. How are you going to do it? How are you going to pay for it? You have a fiduciary responsibility to your stockholders. How are you going to sell it to them? There's a lot of stuff that there's many a slip in here, is what I'm saying. And just announcing a press release. I've given up on press releases. I don't care what you say. Anybody can make a press release. The podcast, we can put out, you know what? We're putting out our first official press release. I'd like to thank our 900,000th subscriber that we're going to be getting here in shortly. I want to thank you for that. It's been a long road. We've worked really, really hard, and we just want to thank you, all the support from the community. And you know what? We're going after such and such next. Saying something and doing something are radically, wildly different things. So I don't really pay attention to press releases anymore. It means nothing to me. Anybody can just say anything that they want to. They're not even held accountable when it's wrong. All right, Belle, look, we are coming to the end of it. I am thrilled. You know what? I didn't think I was gonna enjoy the show this much as I did enjoy this one, considering fully off script. I wasn't really ready for it, but great questions. And you guys, when you keep me on the AMP topic, man, I can just go and go and go. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. Belle did make notes of the other questions that you guys asked that I didn't have time to take apart, but I promise you that I will. We don't blow anything off, all right? If I didn't get to it this time, I will get to it next time. So, Belle, I am going on mute. This is not financial advice. You have 60 seconds. Talk us up, talk us out. For everybody who stuck with us tonight, and I know it wasn't our best show, man, but I really, really, really thank you for soldiering through with me. Once I get warmed up, we can kind of keep it going. So for me, guys, appreciate it. Belle, take it away, please.
And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us for tonight's live stream, we really appreciate each and every one of you guys. We're serious about this. Without you guys, this couldn't happen. It absolutely couldn't. If you guys have any further questions, and I promise you the questions that were asked in chat, I do have on a list and we will get to those. But if you guys have any other questions, definitely don't hesitate to send Scott and I an email. Our emails are on the splash screen right below. So scott@thepodcast.com and bella@thepodcast.com. We are definitely going to be back on at our normal time next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are also focusing on adding a few new things to our members channel. So for those of you who became members of our channel, again, we've got more coming. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we again thank each and every one of you, and we will see you next time.
I have to find my all done. I appreciate it, guys. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at The Podcasts. Also, visit our page at thepodcast.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.